welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you guys today the updated regrowth on my hair since the last time I showed you, which is probably almost a year ago. I've had so much regrowth since then. As you can see, I can actually wear my hair down without having a hat or having it up in a ponytail. So yeah, I'm really excited to show you what the regrowth is. This is one of my most requested videos, so I'm going to show that here for you guys really quickly. Also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I am going to link below the video that I am talking about what I did about a year ago and show you guys my hair loss. I started this channel just as a way to share my healthy lifestyle and what I do to regrow my hair back due to alopecia. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So just quickly to bring you guys up to speed, back in like February, March, I had no spots whatsoever. Currently right now, I have 2 that are regrowing. About February, March, I had no spots, everything was regrowing, everything was perfect, and then COVID hit. And then everything happened to a point where I couldn't get the supplements that I needed, and I couldn't get certain things that I needed to keep my body at a healthy level. So I ran out of my vitamin D. I ran out of my glutathione, my trisomal glutathione, because that came from Italy, and Italy was getting hit really hard at that time. So there was a lot of things I couldn't get. Now, at the same time, our gyms were not closed. I'm in California, and our gyms were not closed at the time, and I had just gotten back into swimming. I was a swimmer in high school, so I wanted to get back into it. So there was a perfect storm between not having my supplements for about 2.5 weeks to me constantly being in a chlorinated pool. So in case you didn't know, the environment is one thing that can actually trigger your autoimmune disease to turn on. So usually it's 3: genetics, environment, and lifestyle. For me, it was being out of my supplements. For me, it was also putting myself into a pool that was highly chlorinated for weeks and weeks and weeks. So not being able to support my system while plunging into a bunch of chemicals wasn't exactly the smartest thing. So I did develop 2 spots about that time. But you know, I was able to quickly stop it from growing, and I finally was able to get some sort of supplements that were just, you know, not my everyday, not my usual supplements that I take, but they were a good fill-in, so it helped stop everything right in its tracks. I stopped getting into the pool, and then the gyms closed, so I really couldn't get in the pool after that. But it stopped the hair fall in its tracks, and it got to a point where it started to regrow. Now, unfortunately, the regrowth process, it takes a really long time. So even though I was able to stop it, it was about a couple of months before it started to regrow. So recently, at this point in time, September, I'm recording this September 2nd, so at this time, at a regrowth stage where you're going to kind of see the hairs, the little tiny hairs that are starting to grow back. So that's exciting. But I haven't had any other spots develop since then. You know, I do get shedding still. It's just part of the process. My diet could be a heck of a lot better. I'm just being honest. But with everything said, all in all, it's been pretty good. So let me just show you really quickly all the regrowth that I've experienced, and then show you the spots that I'm talking about.
An ocean, okay.
So at the time, I had all of this right here was bald. Back here was bald, and I think at the time, if I remember correctly, this was all growing back. So when I had originally developed alopecia, this had fallen out, and this was great. And then it moved, and this regrew back. So all of this is brand new regrowth from like over a year ago. And then this is all regrowth just recently. So as you can see, this right here is my original hair. I haven't cut my hair in probably 3 years. So this is my original hair. This is everything that's regrown back. All of this is regrowth. So all my bald spot came all the way up to, well, you can't see it now, but it came all the way up to right here. But as you can see, this is all short. So all these short pieces is where I had balding. Like, yeah. So as you can see, so yeah, it came all the way up to right there. But yeah, now it's all regrown back. So as you can see, here's one spot. Let me see if I can really get it. As you can see, there's one spot right there that's starting to regrow. Let me see if you can, I don't know if you can see the little hairs or whatnot, but yeah, it's starting to regrow there. And then I have one, let me see if I can, it's hard to do this on my own. I was hoping to have my husband here to record this for me, but okay. And then that is the next spot right there. Those spots are both growing back. Those spots have not gotten bigger since then. I know it's looks a little alarming right now, but yeah, those spots have actually shrunk and they're starting to grow. So when you get regrowth, if you haven't experienced regrowth yet, when you get regrowth, it almost feels like petting a baby's head. The hairs are so fine and so soft, as opposed to like your scalp, like you're just like touching skin. Now, this is different. This is like fuzzy soft. And then for me personally, my hair grows back when it starts to grow back. It's white, and then it turns silver, like a silver necklace. It's so silver. And then after that silver stage, it starts to develop pigment again. And so then the hairs start getting darker, and then they start getting longer, and then it just seems like it regrows overnight. I really think that being able to think quickly and act as fast as I did in trying to find some sort of substitution for the supplements that I was out of, and then obviously taking myself out of the environment that I feel like was kind of another catalyst that created this, and then also supporting my diet. So at the time, you know, I was actually really good. I wasn't drinking soda or anything like that. I was kind of staying away from sugar, but sugar was starting to creep back into my diet. I was starting to eat a little bit more gluten-free breads and stuff like that. So I put a complete stop to that. I went strictly with like a paleo diet, and I feel just not any one thing was like, I could say like, aha, this is it. But I think it was a combination of putting all these different things together, supporting my immune system, and then obviously taking myself out of an environment that was causing an immune reaction, was able to put a stop to a lot of that. Like I said, it happened very quickly. It fell out very quickly. But typically, in my experience, once I develop a spot, it grows like wildfire. It grows, and I can't stop it. This time, I was able to stop it in its tracks. So I know I keep saying that, and I keep reiterating that, but that's just because I'm shocked and amazed at how fast I was able to get it to stop. And I think those were the contributing factors. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to show you guys really quickly. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I'm getting ready to make my breakfast. So I want to show you what a typical breakfast looks like for me. So that way you can kind of get an idea of like kind of the lifestyle that I'm living, so that I can support my immune system and regrow my hair back. So let me show you that really quick. So 3 eggs, and I cook them in this earth balanced soy free butter. It's not dairy, so it's basically just vegetable oil, but I cook it in this, and then I create for myself a parfait. So I'll show you what everything looks like, but I use the coconut milk, So Delicious coconut milk yogurt alternative. I have the raspberry. I put strawberries and blueberries and blackberries, and then also mango, because mango is like by far my favorite fruit. I also will include just a sliver of avocado with my eggs towards the end, because you know you need a good healthy fat. And I use the Purely Elizabeth cranberry pecan, just crunchy like granola clusters. These are gluten-free, as you can see right there. So yeah, and I'll use this in my parfait, but I'll show you what everything looks like once it is finished. So I personally like to layer my parfaits. So I'll always put a little bit of yogurt at the bottom, followed by a little bit of granola. And then I'll put some fruit, and then I'll put more yogurt, because for me personally, I just like to, you know, I don't like to get to the bottom and all I have is just yogurt. Like, it's just boring to me. So what I like to do is just do this whole layering effect. And I'll put a little bit more granola on the top as well. Let's see, we got some mango here. I really like to get a good dose of fruits and whatnot. So I'll put a little bit more granola. And like I said, it's gluten-free, so it is good. And then I'll pour the rest of the yogurt on top. And then from there, I won't put more granola, I'll put more fruit. So I'm going to use up my mango. And you guys, this is like a meal in itself, but I like to have a protein with every meal, so that's why I do eggs. And then I just do just a little bit of granola, again on top. And so that is my coconut yogurt parfait with gluten-free grains, or granola. But yeah, so it is so good. I have this almost every morning, just as a good, healthy, like fibrous meal. You know, I try to stay away from sugar, and for the most part, I'm not opposed to sugar from fruit, just because I feel like from fruit you get more nutrients, there's more benefits than not. So natural sugars such as this that come from fruit, it doesn't bother me in the slightest, but I do try to stay away from processed sugars as much as possible. Learned this technique from a Hawaiian restaurant that I used to go to that is no longer open in Newport, and they actually do their eggs like this, and it's like a patty almost. And then once it's completely cooked, they flip it, and it almost turns it into like a little burrito. I'm sure they do it other places, but I found that I really actually like it like this, and so I started doing it at home, and I haven't always been super successful with it, but today I am, which is good because it looks good for the video.
We never left the ground, but we need to take some weight off our shoulders. The fight isn't over. Can you let me be tonight? I will need some time.
And this is breakfast. So see how I was telling you guys it's like an egg burrito practically. Yep. And trust me, 3 eggs plus that parfait is plenty. I am stuffed usually after this, and I'm really working on getting my water intake up, so I'm trying to finish at least 3 of these a day. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. I will make sure to start uploading more frequently and keeping you guys updated more often on what's going on with this mess right here. But thank you guys so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, please hit that subscribe button, and then also hit that bell so that it notifies you when I do upload more videos in the future. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye.
Go chasing a dream. Say you